MusicTechFest.
At the house of Lee Coombs, we discuss a website for his record label. And we look at the old site on his shiny laptop on his coffee table. He's got a home studio with a 303 classic acid synth. It's set up on a mezzanine like he's some preacher preaching from his plinth. Why can't I be like Lee Coombs? 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 Is it because I am a tithead? He used to DJ acid house, now he plays breakbeat, he's always on the scene. He plays Brazilian festivals with all the girls there, you know what I mean. No one attends my concerts or chants my lyrics or dances to my tunes. Why must I live like this then? Why could I not live, for instance, like Lee Coombs? Why can't I be 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 like Lee Coombs? Is it because I'm scared of my own power? Is it because I'm scared of my own power? Is it because I'm scared of my own power? Join in. Is it because I'm scared of my own power? Is it because I'm scared of my own power? Is it because I'm scared of my own power? Is it because I'm scared of my own power? Seriously, join in. Is it scared of my own power? Is it because I'm scared of my own power? Is it because I'm scared of my own power? Is it because I'm scared of my own power? Is it because I'm scared of my own power? No, it's because I am a tithead. Thank you. Hey, cheers.
That's good. I think they're warmed up now. I'm briefly going to cut back to... Oh, there we go. Hi everyone. We're Fakebit Polytechnic. I think Dave is going to explain the name imminently. This... I mean, I assume most people here are instrument hackers. Anyone done any Bluetooth, Wiimote, controlling? Yeah, there you go. Probably about 3 or 4 years ago when it was fashionable. The only thing I've really brought to the party here is that this is a Logitech. This is Logitech's fanciest Guitar Hero controller, which, as you can hear, is all. They built this into a normal guitar body and then put Guitar Hero buttons on it. And then I thought, I'll put real guitar strings on it and replace one of the stupid Logitech buttons with a real pickup there. So, oh, I've got my guitar on there. See if anyone good at recognizing sci-fi themes? This is what this building reminded me of. Anyone? Robocop, yes, good. That's what I thought you were shouting. Over to Dave now with the future of synthesizer enforcement.
Right. Rock Band, the games franchise, got a bit carried away with themselves towards the end of their popularity, and they released these things for all the consoles. It's basically like a full-blown MIDI controller, and this one's got like a Wiimote in it. And then the sort of support for the game imploded, and suddenly there are loads of these on eBay for about a tenner. You can also get a thing called, well, you guys know about Arduinos. You can get Arduino programmable chips for about a tenner, and they're just about capable of behaving as synthesizers. We bought some of the controllers and stuck some Arduinos in, and this one's pretending to be a synth.
Look, Dave, behind you. Sorry to interrupt. Look, Peter Kern, who I think was here at MusicTechFest last year, was incredibly enthusiastic about. Like, that effect is quite dramatic, isn't it? When this guitar originally came out, but check out how much he was prepared to pay for it down the bottom.
what, $80? Yeah. All right, yeah. We got ours for about a tenner. And yeah, I mean, just by show of hands, just out of interest, how many people here have got 3 guitars? Yeah, see?
That's good. I've got a hallway full of them. I mean, obviously, you don't know how big my hallway is. It's smaller than when I filled it full of guitars. But if you'd like to join our developer program, we've got some here that we can let you have quite cheaply. So I think is that. I was going to do some more. I was going to do some hilarious background about. This is how we started out. This was the Casio MT100. Anyone ever play this? It's got graphic equalizer on it. It's rubbish. We went to Deptford Market. This is literally from Wednesday. This is a Yamaha PSS that you could probably buy quite cheaply if you were a teenager today. Probably sounds awful. They do massive Yamahas like that. We also spotted this. This is a Casio. This is like the VL tone keyboard, but it's built into a, as you can see, it looks more sophisticated than it is because it's built into a cassette player and a radio. And they're asking £50 for this, which I thought was quite steep, considering it's clearly been rained on. So, should we go into another song?
Yeah, let's do.
So basically, this all controls Ableton stuff. We haven't planned this in detail. The short introduction to this, and I've always wanted to say this, and I think this is the right crowd. This is a song about end-user license agreements and sync rights. Yeah! Is playing at my house, playing in Poundland. And I have nothing against Poundland, I just don't want that to happen to me. So I have listed out all of this song's terms and conditions, to which by listening to any part of it, you automatically agree. So lawyer up everybody, because this song may not be played in supermarkets. Obviously, that's the whole point. In malls or on the high street or in outlet villages on the edge of town. And you can't just record a different version, because this song may not be covered by Radiohead or X Factor contestants or ukulele players or anyone appearing on the Radio 1 live lounge, unless maybe Sarah Cox is presenting. And this song may not accompany TV montages, you know, the sort of thing that I am talking about, as a clumsy indicator of the mood that the narrator wants to set. And this song may not advertise Apple iPods, Google tablets or mobile phone network, talk time tariffs that imply they provide some state of mystical telepathic communion with everyone that you have ever met. And people say, well, aren't you restricting your audience? And I say yes, but I'm keeping all my self-respect. And record labels say that the market today won't want quite this degree of self-referentiality anyway. And I say, who knows what will be in fashion next? Potentially this solo. This song may not be the backing for wacky YouTube videos of pets, extreme sports or troops shooting civilians. It's not part of any Facebook campaign, petition or quiz. And this song may not be put in a PowerPoint as a towering example of the power of social media, particularly if by some unlikely quirk of fate it actually is. Just one more now, I think. Because this song may not appear on any Top Gear CD of essential driving anthems. It's not streamable in Grand Theft Auto, playable in Guitar Hero, or available in Simlish, the made-up language of The Sims. And this song may not be compared by reviewers to either Thou Shalt Always Kill or The Revolution Won't Be Televised, unless it's telling everyone they also ought to listen to them, which of course they genuinely ought to. And people say you can't control your work once it's out there. And I say, hey, has anyone really tried? Record labels and music supervisors and X Factor contestant shop users, am I seriously suggesting that all these things should now take place in a tense, awkwardly expectant silence? And I say, really, that's between you and LCD sound system. I'm just trying to draw a line. We're drawing that line now, ladies and gentlemen. Do you want to hear that beat one more time? That's good. It's a rhetorical question anyway. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Daft Punk is playing. 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 And I've nothing against Poundland. 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 I've nothing against Poundland. I just don't want that to happen to me. Thanks.
Thank you.
So, now there's a pause while we change Ableton sets. If anyone knows how to use Ableton, maybe we could talk afterwards, because I've almost got the hang of it. Nick Rothwell, rock and roll, okay.
Is that Ableton over there?
It's Tony, all right. So I think we've covered most of the basics. As Dave said, so what we were playing there, Atari VCS, Deptford Market, probably cleaner after the rains. It's an all-weather market down in Deptford. That's one of those handy kind of photocopier scanner things that's being used to photocopy some snow. So we were inspired when we got these Rock Band keyboards. Hilariously, in the FAQ, it does specify, if the keyboard is considered a real instrument, why doesn't it make any sound? And clearly this is because it was purchased, that they were anticipating purchases by people who hadn't used MIDI before, or thought that you could just plug MIDI into your hi-fi and it would produce serial tones. The reason we ended up with the Arduino, I really wanted one of these. This is some Kickstarter where these guys are making a board that will produce. Anyone know the Commodore 64 SID chip? Some marvelous arpeggios, filters. That guy there with the guitar, yeah, he knows what we're talking about. As you can see, £12,000 in that Kickstarter, not bad. 100 backers, they're all paying about $100 each. So that's kind of out of my price range. I found someone's doing a SID emulator for the Arduino, and which just means an extra board that you stick on the top. But I thought that sounded like too much hassle. So we ended up running the Mozzie sound synthesis library, which, like the ambient guy who was on earlier, pretty much like our experience is that this does lots of the hard work for you. So there'll be questions possibly after this next song. So if anyone's got any kind of soft synthesis points they'd like to make, this was the final thing I think I learned about the Arduino. If you go to the MIDI Manufacturers Association website, they say, oh, you've got to have an opto-isolator, you've got to prevent ground loops and that kind of thing. Down at the bottom of the page, they admit they don't, which is apparently news to everyone on the Arduino forums who has spent ages going, God, I can't get this circuit to work. And it was my brother over there who had that particular cost-saving insights. That's what an Arduino looks like. That's one of them in action. But, Dave, you want to jump in?
This was sort of our prototype, I've got lying around at home from my wasted youth a bunch of these things. This is like a late 90s synth module. Inside it, there's a software model of a modular synthesizer, so you can make all sorts of crazy noises. And I just crashed it into the back of the keytar and stuck a load of batteries on it to run the synth to get about 4 hours battery life out of that. And it sounds a bit nuts. And I'm quite into gaffer tape, so I put a lot of gaffer tape on it for the aesthetic.
It's a shame you don't have the kind of Nord logo coming out of it. I'm still obsessed about talking about this guitar. The other thrilling innovation they had on the later Guitar Hero things is this control strip here, which I've mapped using MIDI and GlovePie and all that. So I should be able to control the filter. Any fans of low-pass filters? No, too high. You got bring it up. So I think we'll just start this. I think this is our eco ballad.
It is. It's also about, I don't know, how no matter how bad things get, people loving each other will never stop. I knew this multiplex when it was all fields, now it's a car park. And the birdsong's been replaced with spinning wheels in the half-dark. I guess it started when we started languaging way back. And now we digest ecosystems and we excrete tarmac. And roads bisect the outback and towns spread up the lanes. Like infections spread up veins. Yeah, yeah. Girl, I'll take you out, I wanna show you how. Culture is the death force, I'll affect my swag, you'll toss your hair and pout. Culture is the death force, as I hold your waist as my hands head south, as you press your mouth against my mouth. Human culture's become the death force. Culture is a death force. Ethical bushmeat burger restaurant. Stem cells of any creature you might want. Every extinct animal that ever walked under the sun. From gene bank to broth tank to bun. You know the chimpanzee sounds fun. Girl, I'll take you out, I wanna show you how. Culture is the death force, I'll affect my swag, you'll toss your hair and pout. Culture is the death force, as I hold your waist as my hands head south, as you press your mouth against my mouth. Human culture has become the death force. Culture is the death force. A fusion reactor for every family home. The oceans boil off into space. So we distill new oceans from our hubris and testosterone. And nanotech means things will work out great. Unless the quadrocopters learn to self-replicate. Yes. Girl, I'll take you out, I wanna show you how. Culture is the death force, I'll affect my swag, you'll toss your hair and pout. Culture is the death force, as I hold your waist as my hands head south, as you press your mouth against my mouth. Human culture's become the death force. Culture is the death force.
Jeffrey Chaucer to Radio 4.
Death force.
From orphan sources to Chief Inspector Morse.
The death force.
Organised religion, the domesticated horse.
The death force.
Kill another mammal, autopsy the corpse.
The death force. Thank you.
There we are, that's our Sunday roast kind of anthem.
Thanks a million, guys. That's great fun, really great fun.
That's yes, and well, now, we can take questions, or do we have another act?
We've got two lined up, and we take one question, but it's kind of like the rock and roll. Leave them wanting more. Isn't that the way to do it?
That's cool. I mean, literally, come and find us if you want a 15-quid guitar, MIDI output, brilliant, and you know, we'll tell you how to add one of these.
We can take one quick question if someone has one.
I saw
that. Flaring over, does that work?
There's an invitation there. Doesn't work. Maybe it could work by the end of the day.
The other thing we advertise with the guitar file, as well as a remarkable price, is its portability that the Clarinova series tragically lacked. I don't think there are. I think we've answered everyone's questions, perhaps.
Okay.
Thank you.
There's one quick one, and then we'll.
Yeah, is there any way we can get a tutorial to build that guitar?
To build this guitar? Yes. So sorry. And for more information about all of this, we are Fakebit Polytechnic. We live on the internet. And so go to our website. There's a bit of a tutorial about how, I mean, the guitar's quite straightforward. The wooden ones are harder to get hold of. And the guitar needs a minimal soldering. But frankly, we're idiots and we could make this. So give it a go.
Okay, a round of applause, please, for the 2 days from Fake Polytechnic.
Thank you.